Hi, it's Andrew Collins here. This exciting day for me. This is the day that I received my first copies of new book, The Cygnus Key. It's the end product of about 5 years' work, and it introduces some incredible new things. But without further ado, let's see what it looks like for the first time. Okay, an exciting moment. Oh well, here it is. There you go, the Cygnus Key. Cover looks great, even more sort of ethereal than I actually thought it would be. It's in a large format, just like my last book, the Göbekli Tepe, Genesis of the Gods. Cover by my good friend the artist Russell Hussein. He's done an incredible job there, which shows Göbekli Tepe with the pyramids in the background and the Cygnus stars above it. By the way, you cannot see the Egyptian pyramids from Göbekli Tepe. That's just an artist impression, just to let you know. And let's have a look inside. Typeface is pretty good, right size, you can read it, all the diagrams great. Let's have a look at some of the plates. Oh, there's Earth a Man, which is about 11,000 years old, obviously the pyramids next to it, and this place called Göbekli. Now you're going to be reading a lot about that, because I think that this was the nerve centre of this extinct hominin population known as the Denisovans, and indeed one of the big themes of this book is the fact that I now strongly believe that civilization was actually gifted to humanity through hybridization and contact with the Denisovans, who disappeared from the scene about 40,000 years ago, but seem to have had a huge centre of activity in southern Siberia, in the Altai Mountains. But their influence spread right the way across the world, to the south, into India, to Southeast Asia, into East Asia, and then westwards, possibly with hybrids coming into Egypt, into Göbekli Tepe, into Europe, bringing incredible new ideas of technology, cosmology, and developments in everything from stone tools to musical instruments to cosmic numbers, something which many people have been trying to find the answer to. Why are there all these cosmic numbers found in many countries of the world, from India to Mesopotamia to Northern Europe to Cambodia, China? And the answer is the Denisovans. They had a completely different mindset to us. All the indications is that they had a savant-like mindset, an autistic mindset that is shown within the genes that were found when they actually sequenced the Denisovan genome. And I think that civilization rises up from this. 40,000 years ago is a hell of a long time ago, I know, but you can see the influence. If you read the book, you can see the influence spreading across the entire planet. This is it, really. So obviously copies of this available. It's in 3 parts essentially. The first part of it is everything to do with Göbekli Tepe. The middle part is everything to do with Egypt. It even introduces this incredible new site called Helwan, which most people will have never have heard of. It's within sight of the Giza pyramids, and yet hardly anybody knows about it, but there was a settlement there as early as 18,000 BC, and by 8,000 BC there were sort of settlements there that were linked to Göbekli Tepe. I bring all this out, I show how this is possible, I show the bridge between Göbekli Tepe and the birth of Egypt. So, and as I said, there's a load of material on the Denisovans, everything you need to know, including the fact that almost certainly they were the giants of legend. All of the anatomical, the fossil remains that have been found so far tell us that these were incredibly big guys, and that some of these traits and others were passed on to the hybrid populations that followed them. So anyway, without further ado, I'll have a little read. Okay, cheers.